Beccy McNeil, and I'm currently in the running for UC Lit president. Before I kind of go into the experience I have, I wanted to say what my ultimate goals are for council next year if you were to elect me. I know from my experiences two main problems with the Lit that I would like to work to correct. The main one is obviously a question of irresponsible budgeting. As someone who's sat on the council as an executive member 2 years in a row, I have been taught the time-old Lit tradition of budgeting for the greatest event you can conceive and then having that event systematically cut down at 2 budget meetings. As a result of this, events are often chopped up, they're not what they're meant to be, and we still end up allocating great amounts of money arbitrarily. Because I think the council has this idea that since we receive a lump sum of funding of almost $100,000 for the year, spending $5,000 on one event doesn't seem like anything. And what I would like to bring forth is this idea of responsible budgeting, where everyone looks at everything realistically. This is how much revenue I can get for an event. This is what this money is worth. Because you have to consider that every dollar you're spending can be spent on a million other things. So that's something I would like to bring to the table. The other thing would be to improve communication between the UC student body and the council. One of the things, I'm not sure if you know this, is as a fee-paying student of UC, you're in fact a member of the University College Literary and Athletic Society. As a council, it's our responsibility to make both big financial and political decisions on your behalf. The problem with this is people often take for granted that just because you're elected, the entire society agrees with your opinion. No one asks you before we make these decisions, and that would not happen if you were to elect me. I plan on hosting more town halls and definitely calling for them when something controversial comes up. On that note, I don't want to make you think I'm afraid of, bringing forth action, but I definitely feel there's a certain responsibility in every decision, and I value your opinion as members of UC. The experience I have that I think I can bring to the table to back up this is actually, it's pretty extensive. As a first year, I was not an elected member of council, but I did sit on the Spirit and Communications Commission. I later went on in my second year to actually be the executive member of that commission. On this commission, I worked with the UC Lit website, I worked hosting town halls, and designing spiritwear, t-shirts like this. And then I've also been a head leader in Frosh Week and a Frosh exec last year. This past year, I've been your services commissioner. For those who don't know what that is, it means I coordinated events such as Red and White Ball and Fireball. One of the cool things about the way Fireball was run this year is that it was significantly cheaper than it has been in previous years. It was run entirely off its own revenue. And it's just an example of how I'm willing to claw at every cent to make sure that you guys get the most for the less money. So yeah, if you want to vote for me, it's an end to frivolous spending and it's more communication from you. Thank you. I actually have a lot of plans with regards to finances this year. As I mentioned in my initial introduction, finances play a huge role in why I want to be president. Some practices that I've not only thought about putting forth next year, but I've already been working with myself this year, is the concept of making everything available online. That means all ticket sales, any revenue coming into the Lit office needs to be documented in a place where it cannot be destroyed or stolen or burned or whatever. Furthermore, I've worked with the Finance Commissioner to set up our PayPal account to make sure that we can streamline some of our expenses. I believe firmly that events should be budgeted for responsibly. That means calculating your revenue and estimating a reasonable amount to ask from council. Another thing I would do is to ensure that people are using their monies properly and not overseeing or underseeing how far money goes. By so doing, I would ask my exec to provide evidence of quotes and receipts when they do submit their budgets and are submitting their expenses. Also, I would like to advertise the process of club funding. I think it's something that's very not well explained, and a lot of clubs don't hand stuff in time because they don't know how to do it. So I'd like to host a town hall to that effect and also advertise to students the way they can get involved financially. Thank you. An integral part of being a president on the UC Lit is maintaining relations both to internal and external groups. I feel that I would be great at this because I've made connections with the administration of UC as part of my role as Services Commissioner while coordinating Fireball and my brief stint on College Council. I think that it's important to maintain relations with our administration because this is their home as much as it's ours, and I feel that they're giving us all these opportunities to really make it our home, and we should definitely use their resources and also offer to them that we're great too and we can help them out. As far as external groups go, I've done my fair share of networking through different leadership retreats as part of being an exec over the past 2 years, and I definitely feel I have the approachability to work with other people. Foremost, we are UC students, as many people have stated, but we are also part of U of T. My goal is that you get the same sense of pride of being a UC student as you have during Frosh Week, when you're literally shouting out to other people, UC, we're the best. And I want that to hold true. But at the same time, we are U of T, and I mean, we didn't apply to UC because we really wanted to be UC. We applied to U of T, and there's a certain degree of spirit that comes with that, and I'd love to maintain that. I have a very open mind, and I'm very open to collaboration, but again, your wants and needs are always going to be in the foreground for me. Thank you. So I actually love this question. I definitely agree that group work has in the past made me nervous, and I'm definitely the type of person who likes to take charge. On that note, I've made leaps and strides in this category this year. An example of which would be when I ran Fireball. As a Services Commissioner, I took charge of things such as catering, booking the event, booking performers, but I also had to work with a team. This team included my deputy, to whom I delegated the task of hiring all the coat check people, ticket takers, carnival game operators, and also hiring student performers. That was a big thing for me to let go of, but I definitely understand that when work needs to be distributed, I can trust other people to do it. Another large thing of delegating that came with Fireball is the fact that I had a team of 15 room heads who were actually responsible for the decorations. I think this actually speaks to the fact that I can have a solid vision for a council, for an event, for anything, and explain my vision and guide people through my vision, but also trust them to make the right choices and give them the freedom to contribute as well, because it's not a one-person show. So that's how I think I would handle that situation. I like this question, mainly because communication is my other platform point. I have experience on the Spirit and Communications Commission where I learned kind of tricks about running the website and Facebook like that. I would definitely use a lot of my newfound knowledge in website design to actually completely overhaul our website and make it a lot more user-friendly and accessible to students. I would also like to make use of spaces outside FUNG, bulletin boards, to make sure that all our events and goings-on are streamlined. I think another main thing I want to bring forth is the fact that any UC student can come to our meetings. Any UC student has the right to propose an idea for an event. Any UC student can start a club. So what I would want to do is hold info sessions or town halls with regards to these different things and actually show people that we have all these resources available to you and you're just not being shown what they are. And I would definitely do my best to explain it, because a lot of the processes are a little difficult and it's easy to be intimidated, and I want to make it as accessible for you guys. And with regards to administration, as president, I would de facto sit on college council. I'm a very personable person, and I definitely have respect for the administration, and I would definitely look forward to working with them. I believe I can hold professional relationships and act in the best interest of students, and that's pretty much it. I would like to do my best to, make everyone's life easier. Thank you.